Yossi.
I'm ready.
Okay, now good. Vashoshanim. Look at everybody. Mizatola in Hamidbar. Mizatola Mekuteret mor levona. Mor levona. Doadili va anilo. Haroe Vashoshanim Edodili Vanila Haroe Vashoshanim Vashoshanim. We're seated. Turn around here. I'm staying close. Look up, look and see. Bruchim aba'im, b'shem Adonai, berachnuchem mibeit Adonai. Bruchim aba'im, b'shem Adonai, berachnuchem mibeit Adonai. Blessed are you two lovers. That's okay. Come into this holy space for the very holy purpose of marrying one another. We, your family and your friends, your loved ones, those here in the room, and those on Zoom, all across and around the globe of the world at this very moment, we welcome you into this holy space for that purpose. May the one supreme in power and glory and blessing bless this bride and bless this bridegroom. We're going to fill a cup of joy and say the blessing of Erusin, the blessing of betrothal. And then even though, as everybody knows, you've already been civilly married since June, right? right? But you're not Jewishly married yet. So before you can be Jewishly married, you have to be Jewishly engaged. You have to be Erusin, right? So betrothed. So we're going to sing that cup over that blessing, and then you'll be betrothed. 1 second. I hear somebody's phone going off, and this would be a good time to turn those off. Yeah? Okay, you can hold it. Mm-hmm. You got it? Mm-hmm. You are holy, Adonai. Your presence permeates the universe. You create the fruit of the vine. Through your commandments, your mitzvot, we share your holiness. You teach us to rejoice with bride and groom, to celebrate their consecration to each other and no one else, to witness their vows to each other and no one else, here beneath this chuppah. Blessed are you, Adonai. You bless the union of your children beneath the chuppah. Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu ha'arayut, v'yasa lanu et harusut, v'hitil lanu et hanesuot lanu, hayedei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai,
Maru Shemo.
v'kadesh amo Yisrael, hayedei chuppah v'kiddushin.
Amen. Look at nice picture. It's juice, it's juice. That's it. A little more. We'll give you some more in a minute. Yeah. Keep you hydrated. Keep you hydrated. I'm going to change the traditional order a little bit here. I'm going to read your ketubah first, right? That we just signed a half an hour ago. That your edim, your witnesses, signed. B'sheni b'Shabbat. And I should tell people in the room listening, this is the ancient Jewish marriage contract. And for those who are know all of the Jewish tradition and will recognize this as an egalitarian, a shivyoni ketubah, very modern ketubah with all of the flavor and the essence and the halachic commitments of the original, but now it's egalitarian, as is this couple. B'sheni b'Shabbat, the sun has gone down, it's now Monday. It's now the second day of the week. B'shisha v'esrim yom lechodesh cheshvan, shnat chameshet alafim u'shva ma'ot u'shmonim u'shtayim livriat olam, Neminyan she'anu monin kan, White Plains, New York, America Hatzvanit. On the second day of the week, the 26th day of Cheshvan, in the Jewish year 5782, corresponding to the 31st day of October 2021, as is the custom of the people of Israel, as we count time here in White Plains, New York. Keminagei Am Yisrael uchadat Moshe, Anachnu hechatan Yishai ben Amnon v'Sarachaya hamuchoneh Bason, v'hakala Yamima bat Avraham v'Sarah hamuchonah Wu, omdim b'nochachut mishpachotenu v'chaverenu la'asher et kavanatenu lihiyot ish v'isha shutafim bivrit nisuin. This is the custom of the people of Israel and the laws of Moses. We, Jesse Basson and Yumeng Wu, stand before friends, family and friends to affirm our intention to be husband and wife, partners in marriage. Nakimu nakayem beitenu batoch adat am Yisrael, v'yirat shamayim sheyair et orach hayenu kol hayamim, ota nita batoch levavot tze'etzaenu. Mitkavnim anachnu lilmod miyachasei ahava asher bisvivotenu lishatef simcha v'yagon, להיות אחראים אחד לשני ולמען הזולת, ולהתייחד אך להישאר יחידים, ולהתאמץ להתפתחות השכל והרגש, בנפרד ובצוותא. And we will establish and maintain our home amidst the community of Israel, guided always by divine reverence. We hope to instill in our children. We pledge to learn from the loving relationships around us, to share joy and sorrow, to be responsible to and for each other, to be one and yet remain individuals, and to strive for growth, both intellectual and emotional, both individually and together. V'kiyamnu kinyan min hechatan Yishai ben Amnon v'Sarachaya hamuchoneh Bason, lakala Yamima bat Avraham v'Sarah hamuchonah Wu, על כל מה שכתוב מפורש למעלה, וחתמנו על שטר כתובה זה והכל שריר וקיים. This contract has been legally acquired and accepted by the groom Jesse Basson, and by the bride Yumeng Wu, according to everything written and commented upon above. And everything is valid and binding, or it will be in just a few moments when you drink that cup again and step on that glass. You took possession of this ketubah and all its contents in the presence of your beloved Edim, your witnesses, and now in the sight of all of these wonderful people. So I'm asking you, as I'm holding this ketubah, and I'll hold it around this way, for you to turn around and see all of these wonderful witnesses. Look at them. Take it in. Remember who they are, right? There we go. Come back. And all of us agree to be responsible for supporting this beautiful couple. Yumeng and Jesse, you see the image of the divine in one another. And anyone who watches the way the two of you interact sees that immediately and feels it in themselves and for themselves by the way that the two of you look at them. I felt it the first time we met together, and it was not even in person, it was on Zoom. Yumeng, in your very exhaustive and thorough and sincere and loving study of Judaism on your way to becoming one of the people of Israel, you knew that the mitzvot, the commandments of the Jewish people, are not something that's disembodied ideas that are just written on paper or in the Torah somewhere, but that the mitzvot are actual deeds that the human beings do. They do for one another and with one another. And in that way, as you say, they transform the world. You probably know, you certainly know, that there is a mitzvah called the welcoming of strangers, hachnasat orchim. And that the welcoming of strangers, that particular mitzvah, is synonymous with the name Basson. Right? Right? And you felt it, I'm sure, the first moment you came. Oh, good, yeah? Yeah. And that the way they welcomed you from the start, before even asking anything about you, just come on in, looking you right in the face, welcome you in, and welcome you to their beautiful Friday night table, and their Seder, and all these things. You started, yes, right, and the Rocky breakfast, all of those things. She's telling me, you understood, Hachnasad Orchim. That mitzvah is something you couldn't learn in a book. And when you did learn it in a book, you said, yes, I know what this is, because this is the family I'm marrying into. And you, of course, know that that is what Yumeng's family is like too. A family that welcomes everyone, that takes a stranger and makes that person at home a welcome guest, a part of the family immediately. It pains us, Yumeng, that standing right here is not your parents who want to be here but who are far away in China. They're far away in space. But in time and in our hearts, they are not far away at all. They're right here. And just as the mitzvah is to open the door and to welcome someone to your table, let's open our hearts and open the doors of our minds and hearts at this moment, and just everyone in the room, and to bring in Yumeng's family from all the way far, far, far away, and bring them here so that they're present in the room with us. Feel them in. And pray for a time soon when we'll all be able to be together and learn together and enjoy a great meal together. I know it'll happen soon. What?
Use chopsticks.
Use chopsticks and use chopsticks together. I know how to use, but you can instruct me on how to do it better.
I don't.
He doesn't
All right, he'll just says he doesn't know, but there are things that you learn from one another throughout your married life. I can tell you from 40 plus years of time, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. See, there you go. Yumeng, you wrote this just before you went to the mikvah back in June or July. You said, along with the idea that every human being is created in the image of God, the Tselem Elohim, with that in mind, which is one of my favorite ideas in Judaism, you said, I will keep exploring Judaism, create a Jewish household together with Jesse, working toward the goal of refining myself and repairing the world. refining myself and repairing the world. You are so fortunate to find a partner like this, as are you. Someone who wants to build that household, to build that table of welcoming, and work on yourself and refining the world. I told you yesterday, in one of those great stories, those stories of the Torah that you say are always like Zen koans, that they take you and they teach you something and then they turn it upside down. I showed you about Yitzchak, about Isaac, who goes lasuach basadeh. He goes wandering in the field. What's he doing? We don't know what he's doing. But what we think he might be doing is he's going there and he's working on himself. He's working on opening his heart, working on making it possible for him to welcome another person, another image of the divine into his life. And so that when he looks up and he looks at afar, and there he sees Rivka coming there on the camel. He sees her and he can open himself to her because he's prepared himself for that, just as you have done that, and that you have done that. And when she's coming, she's already said, Elech, I will go. I've opened myself to this other person. And so when she sees him, she can welcome him. And so what might start out as, Mizot olam min hamidbar. Who is this coming through the wilderness? Who is this person? When they get close to each other, they realize it's someone that they've prepared themselves to know all along. Just as the two of you had never met, but when you met each other, it turned out in some mystical way you didn't understand. You knew each other all along. And you became great, great friends because you already were friends in some way you couldn't understand. And then that's how you are. And so now what you say is not, who is this person coming? Mizot olah. You say, Zedodi. Zerei. This is my beloved. This is my dear friend. This is the one who makes me feel that the image of God is there in my face. This is the one who looks at me that way, makes me feel as if in a way that I've never felt before. Accepts me, loves me. And then I can partner with her, with him. We can then turn and welcome all others, the image of God in everyone else as well. Jesse, are you prepared to enter that wonderful friendship, that lifelong covenant with your companion and your friend, and to give her a ring to seal that covenantal promise? Are you prepared for this?
Yes, I am.
Would you take your ring?
Which one's yours? Which one's mine?
You got that. You want me to hold the box? Here you go. Here you go. Wait, is this the ring you give to her?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. Okay, good. Once you look your beloved in the eye, which is something you know exactly how to do, as I've said, but you put out your right index finger like that. Yeah, that one, right? Look her in the eye and say, Hare
Hare
at mekudeshet li
Mekudeshet li
b'taba'at zo
B'taba'at zo
kedat Moshe
Kedat Moshe
v'Yisrael.
V'Yisrael.
Behold,
Behold,
with this ring,
behold, with this ring,
you are consecrated to me
you are consecrated to me
as my wife,
as my wife,
according to the tradition
according to the tradition
of Moses and the Jewish people.
of Moses and the Jewish people.
Hold it up. Let everybody see it. And this is good. Okay, now put it on her. Put it on her. You're good. Hey, she wants to show it off. It's good. That's the point. Yumeng,
Yes.
I have to ask you the question first. Are you prepared to enter this covenant of marriage, of love, of friendship, lifelong friendship with Jesse, and to build this beautiful life together with him?
Yes.
Okay, take that ring. Look your beloved in the eye. Now point your index finger there. That one. Okay? And look at him in the eye and say, Hare
Hare
ata
ata
mikudash
mikudash
li
li
b'taba'at
batabahat
zo
zo
kedat
kadat
Moshe
Moshe
v'Yisrael.
Israel.
Behold,
Behold,
with this ring
with this ring
you are consecrated to me
you are consecrated to me
as my husband,
as my husband,
according to the tradition
according to the
of
tradition
Moses and the Jewish people.
of Moses and Jewish people.
And then you say, both of you, this is my beloved, this is my
This is
My
beloved,
beloved,
this is my friend.
This
is my friend.
And now turn here, you put it on, yeah, and now listen.
Zen
to be mine in tenderness, in trouble and in joy. Let our lives illuminate by the Holy One, in faith and hope forever. Zanuti, Zarei, this is my beloved. Zanuti, Zarei, this is my friend. This is my beloved, my friend.
Yeah. The 7 blessings, the Sheva Brachot. Holy One, a blessing, your presence fills creation, you create the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen.
Amen. Holy One, a blessing, your presence fills creation, you create everything for your glory.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehaku bara likvodo.
Amen. Holy One, a blessing, your presence fills creation, you form humankind.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer ha'adam.
Amen. Holy One, a blessing, your presence fills creation. You form the human being in your image, patterning us in your likeness, establishing from it an everlasting structure. Holy One, a blessing, you form humankind.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yatzar et ha'adam b'tzelem demut tavnito, v'hikin lo mimenu binyan adei. Baruch atah Adonai
Shema.
yotzer ha'adam.
Amen. May the barren one rejoice and exult in the joyful gathering of her children into her midst. Holy One, a blessing, you bring happiness to Zion through her children.
Sos tasis v'tagil ha'akara, b'kibbutz baneha, letocha b'simcha, baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch Shema.
Sameach Zion b'vaneha.
Amen. Bring great joy to these beloved companions as you brought joy to your creation in the Garden of Eden long ago. Holy One, a blessing. You bring happiness to this groom and this bride.
Sameach tisamach re'im ha'uvim, kesamechacha yitzircha b'gan Eden mikadem, baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch Shema.
Mesameach chaton v'chala.
Amen. Holy One, a blessing. Your presence fills creation. You create joy and happiness, groom and bride, exultation, song, gladness and delight, love and harmony, peace and companionship. Soon, O Holy One, let there be heard in the cities of Judah and the streets of Yerushalayim the sound of joy, the sound of happiness, the voice of groom and the voice of bride, the sound of couples exultant from their wedding canopies, and of youthful singing and feasting. Holy One, a blessing. You bring happiness to both groom and bride.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam,
Asher bara sasan v'simcha katan v'kala. Asher bara sasan v'simcha katan v'kala. Gila gila rina ditza v'kedva hava v'akva v'shalom v'rei. Ya 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 gila gila rina ditza v'kedva hava v'akva v'shalom v'rei.
Adonai Eloheinu
Yishoma.
be'arei Yehuda, u'bekutz
כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל קטן וכל קלה, כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל קטן וכל כל מצלות ששון וכל שמחה, כל קטן וכל קלה, כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל קטן וכל קלה.
מצלות חתנים מקופתם, ונערים ממשתה נגינתם. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן עם הכלה.
Amen. All of it, yes. Like a whole full life. Yeah, you can give some to him.
I can take down the rest of it. No, you did it. You did it. I'm proud of you.
Yes, this is what I always like to do, the show. I drink the whole thing. Okay. I'm going to give you, I'm going to wrap you in Grandpa Sam Eaglefeld's tallis. What else has to be said, right? Grandpa Sam's tallis, let me figure it out here. Okay, you take that sign. Can you help me over there and pull it around there? Pull it around the back of there, baby. Yeah, let's go around, yeah. Okay. Here, let me hold your hands here. One second. I'm going to ask everyone take a deep breath and to send up a very high prayer for Yumeng and Jesse as they begin this long and beautiful marriage together. Okay, good.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך.
May God bless you and take care of you, and may you bless and take care of each other.
יאיר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונקה.
May God's light shine on you and be gracious to you, and may you share that graciousness with each other and everyone you meet.
יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום. שלום.
May God's face be lifted toward you as you lift your faces to one another each day, and give you the blessing of wholeness and completeness of peace, of shlemut, of shalom. Hakol sharir v'kayam. Everything is valid and binding. You are husband and wife.
Wow.
No, come on, try it again. Mazel tov! Hey! I need you to sing. Simen tov and mazel tov and mazel tov and simen tov and mazel tov and mazel tov and simen tov and mazel tov and simen tov. Elanu. Yeah. Go be married. Bye. Go to Yichud. Oh, Beko Yisrael. Elanu. Elanu. Oh, Beko Yisrael. Elanu. Elanu, Oleka Yisrael. Hey, Elanu, Oleka Yisrael. Simen tov, tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov. Simen tov, mazel tov. ובסימן טוב יהיה לנו, יהיה לנו, לך ישראל, יהיה לנו, don't look back, keep going. יהיה לנו, לך ישראל, יהיה לנו, יהיה לנו. Mazel tov! Mazel tov! Mazel tov! Ay, 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 ay.
So let's.
I don't know what you do next. I'm not the caterer. I just work here. Anyway, Mazel tov, everybody. Yeah, a great wedding has got full of a lot of energy from everyone else. It's really great.